Hi guys, happy Wednesday. We are halfway through the week and you guys have been doing some really fun activities that have to do with ocean animals. And today you're going to get to do an activity. Let's see what my notes say. You're going to get to do swimmy. So this is a story about a fish who is a risk taker. And so you're going to read the story and then you're going to get to do some activities for science. And then for writing, you're going to use things from the story to help you with your writing about being a risk taker. Then you're going to be doing your activity for double E. So you're going to be finding those words that have the double E in them that make the E, the long E sound. And for measurement, you're going to get to watch a Sesame Street with Grover the monster, and he is looking for the tallest monster, and he kind of gets a little bit silly in the video and he's kind of goofy. Then you're going to do an activity that goes with your shortest and tallest, like we've been talking about this week, for measurement. Now, before we read our story today, I wanted us to review different ways that we might see long E in a word. So it may just be like we've been learning with a silent E, right? So if I have my silent E on the end, then I know that that E is going to say its name. It's not going to say eh, it's going to say E. So it would say p, eat. Now if that E wasn't there, then it would say p, at. But because it has a silent E, it's going to say its name. Now another way we've been learning is when we see two E's together, they say E. So if I see E, then that's tree. I wouldn't say eh. That wouldn't make sense, right? So I would make sure that when I see those two E's together, I make that long E sound. Now, another way that we can see or we can say the long E sound in a word is when we have two vowels together. Remember, when two vowels go a walkin', the first one does the talkin'. So if I have this word here, these are two vowels, right? So what's the first vowel there? Is it the E or is it the A? It's the E. So the E is going to be the only one that talks in the word. So you would say ear, fear. So if you see two vowels together, you look at that first one to figure out which one is going to be saying the sound or the long vowel sound. And that can be a little bit tricky sometimes. So that's something that you'll learn even more in first grade, but it's good for us to kind of practice it now so that we know it for when we go into first grade, right? Now we have a really fun story today. It's a National Geographic book. I love these books. They always have really awesome pictures and great facts that usually I don't even know about. And this one is called Weird Sea Creatures. And if you look at the cover, that looks like a pretty weird sea creature, doesn't it? So we're going to see what kinds of things we might see in this book. And we know this is nonfiction. It's got our table of contents. Ooh, let's see. It says strange but true. Many strange sea creatures live in the ocean. Some are beautiful, some are ugly, some are cute, and some are scary. Weird sea creatures are strange for a reason. The funny way they look and the strange things they do help them live in the ocean. Now this is a balloon fish. So he's kind of like a puffer fish, and when he feels threatened, like he thinks, ooh, this other fish is going to try to eat me, puffs his body up really big, has all these spikes on it. And do you think that other fish is going to want to try to eat that? Probably not, right? He'll scare it away. Survival skills. Some sea animals live in the shallow ocean waters. So is shallow like a little bit of water or a lot of water? It's a little bit, right? If something's shallow. Some live in the deep ocean. So deep would be the opposite of shallow. It would be a lot of water. The ocean can be a hard place to live. Deep areas are cold and dark. it can be hard to find food. And the ocean can be dangerous. There are many predators. Any animal can quickly become dinner for another animal. Sea creatures have special skills that help them find food. They also have strange body parts that can help them hide and stay safe from other animals. How weird are these sea creatures? Let's find out. This is a Dumbo octopus, and it finds food on the ocean floor with its large eyes, so it helps it see them. This is a leafy sea dragon. It blends in with the seaweed around it. And a moray eel's sharp teeth catch prey. Hide and seek. Camouflage helps animals hide from their enemies. Looking strange helps them blend into the plants or water around them. Camouflage also helps animals catch dinner. Do you see the stone fish in the picture? Most fish don't because it looks like rock or coral. When they swim too close, the stonefish springs from the ocean floor. It grabs dinner in a flash. So he's not smooth like most fish. He's all kind of rocky looking. Big eyes. The deep ocean gets very little light. Many animals that live there have large eyes. Big eyes help creatures see in the darkness and find prey. This viper fish used its big eyes to spot a hatchet fish. So this is the viper fish. This is the hatchet fish. Dinner time. The hatchet fish uses its own large eyes to find tiny shrimp to eat in the dark sea. Making light. Many creatures in the deep dark sea have a special trick. They make their own light. This is called bioluminescence. We talked about that in our story yesterday. Some sea creatures use their own light as a flashlight to find prey. Light can draw prey toward an animal too, and light can surprise enemies, so an animal can make a quick escape. So this fish has this little kind of like a fishing line that comes off its chin, and this will attract other fish so that he can go and eat it. Expert food finders. Some animals have wacky body parts that help them catch meals. The gulper eel has a super long tail. Prey comes closer for a better look. This eel's giant mouth opens wide. It can eat an animal bigger than it is. It can't be picky. In the deep sea, the eel must eat whatever it can find. The tiny cookie cutter shark locks onto its prey with strange sucking lips. Its sharp teeth sink in. They leave a bite the shape of a circle. An anglerfish has its own fishing pole called a lure. The lure glows and other fish want to know what it is. When they get close, the anglerfish eats them. So here's his lure up here. When they get close, he gobbles them up. Deadly dangers. Bumping into some sea creatures can be bad news. The yellow sea anemone looks like a pretty flower, but it has stinging parts that have deadly venom. When a fish is stung, its muscles stop working. Then the anemone eats the fish. The box jellyfish is one of the most dangerous animals in the world. It has 10 arms called tentacles that grow up to 10 feet long. The tentacles deliver a painful, deadly sting. This lionfish has crazy spiky fins, but you wouldn't want to touch them. The fins on its back are sharp and can sting you. Strange senses. Some animals near the ocean floor don't even have eyes. They can't see their food, so they use other senses to find it. A sea cucumber can feel tiny pieces of food stuck to its tube feet. It curls its feet in and licks them clean. A hagfish has a super strong sense of smell and touch. It can smell food that's fallen from higher up in the ocean. It also uses feelers to find meals. Super subs. How do we know about weird sea creatures in the deep ocean? People can't dive deep enough to see these strange creatures. It's too cold and dark there. and the water pressure is strong enough to crush a person. But humans can use machines called submersibles to explore the deep ocean. Sometimes people control them from far away, like a remote-controlled car, and sometimes people ride inside. That'd be kind of cool. Submersibles collect information. They have lights and special tools. They take pictures and they gather plants, rocks, and animals. Scientists use submersibles to find the weird creatures shown here, and there are probably thousands more that have not been found yet. Here's a blobfish, and these are tube worms. All right, then the end of the story just has some information, some words that we learned in the story. So wasn't that kind of cool? We learned about some new sea creatures and how they can find out about them. So I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will see you soon for our 11:30 Zoom. Bye, guys.